We get out cutting up or something, don't think your mom and daddy's friend wouldn't pull you over and whop you on the tail a couple times and say, you want me? I mean, straighten up. And it was such a, I can't say everything's not a lot easier now and all this and that, but you learned how to work and how to respect other people. And that's the reason I've got to go home, is the fact that, I'm old enough to go home, and I don't want to have to be told I got to go home, but I want to spend, the rest of my life with her, and because she's been a partner. She got the blunt of all this, all these deals that 1 minute, what was so crazy, somebody would walk in the office and they'd want to talk about the garbage can not being placed properly in their yard. It was in the wrong spot. And I need to put it, and the next meeting I would have would be an $85 million expansion of Ergon, or a $100 million expansion of their World Corporation. It would go from A to Z. And when I'd get home, and it's a sad thing I say, you say, what are you proud of? There's a lot of things I'm probably not proud of, because I think pride really puts you in a predicament. Sometimes you get to thinking you're somebody, and
right,
you don't treat people right. But I think the biggest thing that I'm glad I participated in was being a servant to people. I looked at being a pearl.
Alderman Williams. Here. Alderman Dennis. Here. Alderman Steverson. Here. Alderman Floyd. Here. Alderman Knight. Here. And Alderman Foster.
We're going to have Alderman Steverson pray for us this evening.
Let us pray. Then, Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day that you give us today, Lord. Lord, we just thank you for your love, your grace, and your mercy. Lord, we just also thank you for being with us each day, Lord, to help us through life's difficult situations. Heavenly Father, I ask and pray that you continue to bless this city as it grows. Bless it in your name.
Amen. We'll have Alderman Stovall lead us in the pledge at this time.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Put this hat back on. Those things were rough.
You ready?
Yep.
Approval of consent agenda items. All items under this heading will be considered to be approved with one motion or one vote. If further discussion is desired on any item, it will be automatically removed from the consent agenda and will be considered a general business item.
That's the pleasure of the board this time.
Second.
All right, it's two motions on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Move to public hearings at this time.
Public hearings. Consider a request for conditional use permits to allow the operation of a full-service nail salon at 422 Riverwind Drive, Suite B.
Brad, I'll have you approach the podium and give us some detail and provide your recommendation.
Yeah, this is over on at the Launch Trampoline Park. They looking to put in a nail salon. Like I said, there's not one on that side of town. I think they would benefit, with the sidewalks going in off of hotels, that sort of thing. So, like I said, I would recommend approving.
All right. Is there anyone here speaking opposition of it? If not, is there a motion? Second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Consider a request by Ben Chain for a dimensional variance to allow him to continue to maintain the same size pole size at his property located at 430 Riverwind Drive.
Brad, again, tell us a little bit about it and tell us your recommendation.
Yeah, this is old Charlie's where the K-Pot's going in. Yeah, like I said, they just want to keep the sign. Like I said, they have invested a lot of money in this property. It's really nice. Once you go inside, it's going to be real nice. But yeah, like I say, I think they they would benefit off of the sign. So I would recommend the height of the sign.
Okay. Any questions of Brad, his recommendation? All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, is there discussion? Anybody here to speak in opposition of it? If not, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Consider a request by Ryan and Lauren Bailey for a dimensional variance to build a 1,000 square foot detached garage on their property located at 305 Longwood Court.
Again, Brad, you back up.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, it's in Alderman Williams' district. Yeah, like he said, he's familiar with the property and where they want to locate it. Yeah, like I say, they're going with conforming materials with the as residential home. So, yeah, I would recommend the variance.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion?
Second.
All right. Two motions on the floor. Discussion. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition to this? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Brad.
All right.
We've come to the portion of the board meeting where we always try to honor people that recently passed. And this particular board meeting, we have Ricky Bowie, Joe Medina, Betty Donald, and Robert Johns. So with that being said, the board sincerely have them in their thoughts and prayers. We understand that it's really hard to lose loved ones for people that have lost them in this particular situation with these people passing. And I knew many of these people, most of them, and they were great folks. And they were tremendous citizens to our city. And we certainly hope that the Lord provides peace in their lives during this hardship, but we understand that He can always provide the grace to carry on. So with that being said, is there a motion to adjourn in their names? Second. All right, two motions on the floor. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This meeting's adjourned. Y'all have a good evening.
Be an athlete and just all the things that you don't really get to know of our elected officials until you have a conversation like that. And I want to tell him how much we do appreciate him coming on this show and sharing about what it's been like in his professional life and his early life. And thank you so much for doing that, Gary. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much. And thanks, Dean, for doing that as well, bringing him in. All right, so what's going on in Pearl? Well, election's coming up. It's just around the corner for mayor and alderman. So you definitely want to be sure and do that. You can vote in person absentee any day of the week right now, right up until the end of the month, inside the city clerk's office. That's between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. You can come vote in person absentee if you like. Also, the last 2 weekends of the month of May, you can vote on Saturday in the clerk's office from 8 a.m. to noon. So that's in-person absentee voting only. You can do that in the clerk's office from now until the election. All right, Main Street Pearl, Midtown Summer Concert Series, wide open, full swing. Dead in the middle of it is a free concert that happens every Friday evening out on the green space there right next door to Senior Services. So if you come off of Parkway Drive between Ballantyre and Beardeman, and Parkway Drive, that green space area right across from the Water Department and Senior Services. That area is where that happens. It is the Midtown Summer Concert Series. I believe this Friday night it is going to be Lukenbach, which is a Willie Nelson tribute band, and that starts at 7 p.m. Food trucks are here. Bring a lawn chair so you can have a seat out there and listen to the band. Be great. And then there's games and things that you can play. I think they play cornhole and some mini golf and all kinds of things that are going on out there during that. That is the Main Street Pearl Midtown Summer Concert Series. Also, the Mud Monsters still are in full swing. They are in a homestand right now, but they will then be traveling, I think, most of this week. But definitely want to pick up tickets and go see the Mud Monsters. baseball right here in Pearl, Mississippi. A lot of fun. I really like the uniforms. I like the teal color. I think it's really cool, and that they are a catfish. So go see the mascot. His name is Fish, by the way. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this edition of This Week in Pearl. I've had a great time today. Thanks again to Senator Dean Kirby and Mayor Gary Rhodes. Until next time, y'all have a great week. See you next time.
Thank you everybody for being here. Right before we start, I want to introduce Associate Charles Jones to do a quick prayer for us so we can start this the right way. All right, and now I want to introduce a case from Brandon High School for the national anthem. Everybody, welcome again. I just want to say a few things before we continue the celebration. Today we're here to recognize the hard work and dedication from all the associates, the remodel teams, the special team that came and helped restore accomplish the goal, which is give us a great new looking store, great new feel. I cannot express the excitement and the feel for the new looks, for the new ways this store is being. I'm also here to thank the customers for helping us and understanding that this hard work was not only something that we had to deal with, but also something that you all put up with and help us accomplish. I do hope that this $12 million investment that we put in our community in Walmart, that it also serves you well with the new products, with the new better ways to shop. That way you can have this store going for many more years. With these additional services and these additional products, we're also excited to share new growth opportunities to advance our careers with the current associates, along with the new jobs that we have been added to support growth. At this Walmart, we hired up to 33 associates for these remodel teams and for these special teams that came to our stores. Although the remodel process has not been always easy, the investment in our store and in business and our communities, with our expanded ability to better serve our customers, that has been this process difficult, right? We all put our best to serve you. We all put our best to make the store better. We need to improve services. We need to improve technologies for your everyday needs, and ultimately to help you be better, which is our mission. This day will not be possible without continued support from this community and our customers. Thank you again, everyone who made this possible. Enjoy the fun activities we have put together today for you. And enjoy your new store. We really appreciate you guys, teams, associates, customers, for giving us a chance to show you what this company is all about and what we are all about. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize our leadership team that put in the hard work. So, team, come forward as I call your name. Our store manager is Chris Smith. He's unable to be with us today, but he played a huge part in getting this together today. So when I call your name, please come up. Austin Miller. CJ Jenkins. Connie Penley. Catherine Taylor. Rhonda Martin, Shanidra Christmas, Shelby Stroger, Timothy Hill, Tony McCall, and Trey Thurman. And from our health and wellness leadership, we have Doreen Sitt, Amanda Perry, Missy Phillips, Patty Arnold, Deanna Reynolds. And our supporting HR team, Demetrius Woodard and Delise Sims.
Start the remodel team to help get the store where it needs to be and to help get the store planning for the new day. Also, another special recognition is to our first responders. The Chief Todd Burkis from the Pearl Fire Department, Chief Nick McLeod from Pearl Police Department, Sheriff Brian Bailey, Rankin County, and the Pearl Chamber of Commerce. Thank you. And now, I would like to introduce Mayor Jake Whittingham.
Good morning. It's good to see everybody here. I just want to say how thankful I am to the Walmart Corporation for this $12 million investment in our city. I think, just looking around, I've been coming to this store a long time. It's just a tremendous job that's happening. I appreciate the team and the leadership that was recognized. I appreciate the employees that make this happen every day. It seems to me that there was just a great effort to make things culminate to what the product is today and come to fruition. So I'm very thankful. We're very thankful and proud to have Walmart in the city of Pearl. From that aspect, from a small town as we've grown to be the largest town in Rankin County, when we got Walmart, it was a big deal a long time ago. And y'all continually invested within our community over and over again and provide the things that our citizens need. So I'm just so very thankful for this day. I think that this is a great occasion, and I just appreciate all the hard work from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.
Lead me to it. But I want to say special things like he just did to the associates and to the management team for putting up with not only having to do a brand new remodel. So thank you all for that. Thank you for putting up with a new manager coming to your store and actually changing things. I know it's not always easy to do a remodel. It's probably not easy to do a remodel with a new manager. So I thank you all. Let's keep doing great things. And right now I want to call everybody to the front, all the associates, the city, so we can do the ribbon cutting and we can call this brand new store home now.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out this morning for our ribbon cutting grand opening and such a pretty day for it. I'm going to start off this morning by letting Mr. Kirby Ware do the blessing. So this is Mr. Kirby Ware. Thank you. He always does such a great job. And now I want to get Mr. Kevin Long, our president and CEO, to come up here and have a few words.
Hi, thank y'all for coming. I'm Kevin Long. I'm president and CEO. I've been here 25 years, pretty much since we moved into this building, and glad everybody came. We just recently went through a renovation inside, did a lot of updating of offices and layout of everything, painting, and just wanted to invite everybody to come in and celebrate it with us, and just say if you ever need services at credit union, we're here for you. We serve Pearl, Jackson metro area and state, all from coast to north. And just want to say thank you for having everybody here, and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. And after everything is over, we're going to do a tour upstairs, and we're also giving 2 $50 bills away. So if you don't have your name in the little gold thing that's going around, make sure you come see me. So now I've got Miss Kathy Deere from the Pearl Chamber.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming out today. We thank you, Lord, for such a beautiful day. Wow. At this time, we're going to introduce the chambers and let them make their presentations. The first one up is going to be the Pearl Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Brittany Williams with T&D Furniture, and we just wanted to present you all with this card book here to let you know how we appreciate you guys' business, and congratulations to your ribbon cutting ceremony. I'm going to hand this to you here, and then we'll just...
Now at this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Riley from the Flowood Chamber.
Thanks so much, Ms. Kathy. We're so excited to be here today to celebrate River Trust Federal Credit Union. I feel like at every event, whether it's a ribbon cutting or a special event that the Chamber has, River Trust is always there representing, and that just shows how much y'all care at the local community level. I was talking with Randall back here, one of the board members, about the history of River Trust Federal Credit Union, and it's impressive to see how they've kind of adapted to the business landscape and the needs of their customers. So they used to be a Mississippi Telephone Company, and eventually adapted to the landscape and have become a credit union. So definitely ask one of the board members about the history here. It's super impressive, and I can't wait to tour the inside of this building. We love seeing long-standing business members being able to still accommodate and meet the needs of not only their clients but also their customers. So thank y'all so much for having us out today on this beautiful day, and also investing in your community. So thank you so much.
Now at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lee Denson for the Rankin County Chamber. There you go.
I just want to thank y'all so much for your membership and allowing not just your company but your employees to be a part of our community, and giving us their time and their efforts and everything. And like Riley said, there's never a ribbon cutting that someone doesn't show up to from here. So we thank y'all.
We have one more. Miss Miranda Joyner from the Greater Jackson Chamber.
Well, good morning. Hey, look, everybody said it back really great. Okay. So really excited to be here representing the Jackson Chamber and all that we do. Community is invaluable, and I think most credit unions, we understand the value of the impact that they have on businesses and small businesses, and so we really appreciate your presence here. We're really excited to be partnered with you. Partnership plus support equals growth. So look to the person next to you, the right and the left. Everybody look at the person next to you, the right and the left. That's your community, that's your support, those are your partners. So connect to people before you leave. Meet these people up here, smile and greet, because partnerships and impact and support equal growth. So thank you guys for being here. We're really excited to welcome you to the community, and here's a small token of our appreciation.
Now at this time, this is what you came for, other than the $50 gift cards that are, no, it's $50 cash. It's not even a gift card. So you need to go through, take a tour, go upstairs, get refreshments, and put your name in the drawing if you haven't already for the $50 bills that there are 2 of them that they're going to draw for here shortly in about 15 minutes. So at this time, I'd like to say, Tammy and Kevin, thank you so much for everything that you do in the city of Pearl. You all know, all of you know, every time you go to cut a ribbon, Tammy Eager is there. I mean, how does she get around to all these places that she goes to? And she doesn't just go, she helps and she volunteers. And Kevin, you just couldn't have asked for a better person. So thank you for sharing Tammy with us. Now at this time, we're going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. And I think while we've got the River Trust people right here, Debbie, let's get a picture of just River Trust, and then we're going to ask all of y'all to come.
Everyone, my name is Madeline Bozak. I'm an ambassador for the Pearl Chamber and a co-owner of Boudreaux's. We want to thank you all for coming out today, and before we get started, we're going to ask Bradley Knight to lead us in a blessing. We want to thank you so much for joining the Chamber. This place, first of all, it smells amazing in here, and we really needed something like this in Pearl. I was amazed when I walk in, so congratulations to you on behalf of the Pearl Chamber. We would like to present you with a clock that you can present to let people know you're a part of the Chamber. That means you're a part of the community. And then a book of business cards. So in this book, you will find just about anything you may need, from plumbers to electricians to maybe the edible paper company who sells cake products too if you need that. So we want to thank you so much for joining the Chamber.
Glad everybody can make it today. I'm Sammy Williams, Alderman here in Pearl, and welcome to Pearl. I think this new business is going to be unique. It looks like it's going to be fantastic, everything I'm seeing around here, and we just welcome you to Pearl and hope for y'all to do the best.
All right, passing the mic to you.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining in. This is, we brought here a little bit of what we are as a Mexican culture or traditions. A little bit of everything, a little bit of a grocery store, bakery, cake shop, anything y'all need for birthday parties and so what.
So what are your hours and where are you located exactly?
The location is 454 North Bierman Road in the heart of Pearl. Our hours are from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week.
Okay.
So are we catering now or what we? Okay, so we have a bakery on this side, and then we have our cakes, all the sweet treats that you would find to go. We have a grocery store in the back, and all types of party favors.
Do you offer gluten-free?
At the moment, we don't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pastries and things, how are they different, or are they different?
So, pan dulce, and it's a different type of sweet treats that you would find. You'll probably find a different variety. What we have here is Mexican sweet bread. So there's a millions of variety. There you won't find just the same bread in one. The ones that are on the table are conchas, translates to shells. That's as traditional as it gets. Mm-hmm.
And you have churros, you have donuts, you have muffins.
We have filled empanadas. It's tons of variety.
Yes.
So do you have something different every day, or is it kind of a...
It is something every day, just different. It rotates within every 2 days. We bring out the different types of variety. But the staples are baked every day, which is what you would find on a daily basis.
And I see piñatas and all the party supplies back there.
Yes, we have a ton from piñatas to candies, goodie bags. For now.
So do y'all do custom birthday cakes as well?
We do. Any type of events, any sizes, small, big, tiers, tres leches. We do chocolate cakes. We do custard, choco flan. There's a ton of variety.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have a full house here today, and we're excited. Before we get started, we're going to let John McHenry lead us in a word of prayer.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day that we have to celebrate this business. We ask that you bless this business and the city of Pearl for this. We know that they'll do a good job. Lord, thank you for all that you do for us.
Amen. All right, so today we're here to celebrate Boudreaux's Nutrition and their grand opening and honor them with the ribbon cutting for joining the Pearl Chamber. So on behalf of the Pearl Chamber, we would just like to say welcome, and we are going to present to y'all 2 gifts. Of course, you have your clock here, and then a book of business cards where you'll find the best of the best folks. Anything you need will be found there. So again, we'd like to say thank you. We're so glad that y'all are joining the Pearl Chamber. We're so glad that you're here and you're part of this community. Y'all do so much. And we love y'all, so we just wish y'all the best. And I think we have our mayor. He's going to say a few words, and then we're going to pass it over to you.
Okay. So I don't really think that these ladies need an introduction, how involved they are within the city of Pearl and in Rankin County. I think everybody knows that they're certainly amazing. They started Boudreaux's next door to now another subsidiary of that company. I think it's going to be successful because y'all have this entrepreneur spirit, and because I just think that y'all provide a lot of energy. I think everybody in this room that knows these ladies, they provide a lot of energy and they know what they're doing, and I think they tell their husbands what to do all the time. That's for sure. I pray for Mike all the time. But look, we're so grateful for you guys just to have another business in the city of Pearl, and we want to be a good partner and continue our friendship and our partnership. I think y'all know that I'm a phone call away, and we try to present ourselves as a family here in the city. So thank you so much for this investment, and we really appreciate it.
On behalf of the Rankin Chamber, we want to thank you for joining. With y'all already having 2 businesses as members, I know that y'all know that the Chamber and Mandy and her staff are always there to support you in any way that you need. But we're just thrilled and excited that you're just going to have another successful business in the county. Thank you. There you go.
Doors down from our big store, Boudreaux's. Our hours are 6 to 6, Monday through Friday, and Saturday 8 to 2. We make trees. We don't make trees. We make teas and loaded teas. Here, you tell them what we make. I just kind of maybe. We make loaded teas that have caffeine. We also have protein. We have biotin loaded teas. So they're also very good for you. They're loaded with vitamins, and they're very, very good. So you're enjoying a good drink, and it's not actually bad for you. And we also offer meal replacement shakes, which are very delicious because you think you're eating an ice cream shake, and you're actually replacing your meal for the day. So we're super excited to be here. We want to thank our upline, Amanda Dixon. She's she's an owner at Cross Gates Nutrition. Honestly, guys, we wouldn't have made this happen without her. So we want to thank her and Will and Drew over there, the whole family, so much. So while you're in the Brandon area, go see Cross Gates Nutrition. They're just as good as we are. I said Will. Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Inclusive Hangar. They're located in College Crossing Shopping Center in Pearl, next to Hines Community College. So we're excited to have you here, Lindsay, and I'd say welcome to Pearl. We look forward to promoting your business and helping you advertise and letting you come to our events and just get your name widely known. So anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm going to present you with this clock. You can keep it over there on your desk. This business card book has got everything from plumbers to electricians to hair salons, boutiques, bankers, of course, you name it in here. So anything that you need, you can call Carrie or I, or you can pick up your little black book. It's a little blue book, but we're going to call this your little black book because it's got everybody's business card in there that you could possibly need for anything. So,
I am Lindsay Brown. I'm the owner of the Inclusive Hangar, and we specialize in clothing, women's clothing from small to 3X. We have gifts, jewelry, candles, and all of that. We get new arrivals weekly. So just check us out.
What kind of clothes do you have?
We have women clothing. We have, again, small through 3X. We carry all different kind of name brands from Zanana to Love Peach to First Love, all of it.
I see jewelry and candles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have an $8 jewelry roll, and then we have some more accessories over here, and then again, candles on there.
Handbags over there and wallets.
Handbags and wallets,
So
all
it's
of it.
Good place to buy a gift.
That way, if you need to come and pick up a gift, we have it all. Anything from kids can get to adults.
Okay. Well, it looks great.
Well, thank
you. Like I said, we're proud to have you, and welcome to the City of Pearl.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
All right.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And welcome to the reopening ribbon cutting for Salsas. I'm Brittany Williams with T&D Furniture. Just wanted to say congratulations to your new location. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. I love all the decorations. I'm so excited. And we just wanted to present you guys with this desk clock here. And then also the business cards, and just say congratulations to your new business here. And then afterwards, we'll take a couple of pictures, and I'm going to have the mayor to say a couple of words to you guys, and then we'll just all introduce ourselves.
Well, we have quite the history. I think when you came in, as soon as you came into the city, immediately people started flocking to your restaurant. There's something that you guys do to set apart that everybody appreciates. And over a period of time, just the quality of service and the food, y'all quickly outgrew that location. So, and we had to deal with some dark days during COVID and trying to get these restaurants going. And Alfonso and I talked, and I said, well, I think the governor says it's okay if you serve margaritas out the window. So we did what we could to keep retail going, because people had to make a living and support their families. But I think that the community certainly embraced y'all just because of the work product that y'all put out. I know that y'all are expanding in other areas, and so we're happy that y'all landed here and at the new location, and I think y'all are going to continue to have success. So thank you for being in the City of Pearl and investing, and is there anything that we can do for you both? Just please let us know. Thanks.
All right, so at Salsas, they have a lunch special, which you can come in. The lunch special is going to be between 11 and 3 p.m. Ma'am? Oh, 11 and 3 p.m. 7 days out of the week. So just come by, come try some of their delicious meals that they have. They have so many options to choose from, as well as beverages and desserts. You have fajitas, you have margaritas, and multiple combinations. So soups and salads, whatever you're looking for, appetizers, just come by, take a look, and see what they do have available here. The hours here are going to be 11 till 10 p.m.
Weekends 10:30.
And 10:30 on the weekends. Alrighty. All right. right. Well, again, congratulations to you guys. All right.
Good morning. I want to welcome everyone on this cold day to 6 Day Grind. That did not slow anyone down. We have a great crowd out here today. My name is Madeline Bozak. I'm a co-owner of Boudreaux's, and I'm also an ambassador for the Pearl Chamber. And before we get started, we're going to ask Pastor Givens to lead us in the blessing.
I just talked to the pastor, and this place is near and dear to him. These people are near and dear to him. So I wanted Pastor Givens to be able to say something before I said something.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. If my right side of my mouth's not moving yet, I just got out of the dental chair, so don't panic. I didn't have a stroke. So it is near and dear to our heart, and these precious people are too. Brandon and Christelle are amazing people, and they got the business, took it over, and ran with it, and it has exceeded everything that I've imagined it to be, and they're doing a phenomenal job. And I'm just thankful for the reset, and they have some amazing food too, some of the best Hispanic Mexican food that you can ever put in your mouth, and it's just delicious. But I'm thankful for what it is. I'm thankful for the environment. I'm thankful for the culture that it sets, and there's a lot of love that flows out of this building right here that has been that way since. Of course, I'm sure it's been that way since us, or before us, but I know it's been that way for a long time. And the people that are here today is a testament to what this business has done. And I'm excited about the future and what it continues to do. And my family, our church, loves this city, and we're just thankful to see progress going forth in this city. So it's just an honor to be a part, Mayor.
Thank you, Pastor. Appreciate those words. And of course, you and I have built a friendship over the last several years. And you know, when the transition, it was a seamless transition from Darren, and then you guys added the food. But from my standpoint, I think that when you come in here, when Darren was talking about the love that's in the room, you can certainly see and understand who's being glorified in this business. Right. And you know, even down to the sign, 6 Day Grind, you know. I understand that you labor for 6 days and rest for 1. Yes, sir. And, you know, I'm just proud that the business continues to grow. I told him this morning, after I dropped my son off, I was on my way to go somewhere, and the line was too long. We didn't have time to go through the line to get a cup of coffee, and you know, that's a blessing. And the incorporation of the food, I've had the food here. I just want to tell everybody, it's worth the stop. Come by and see them. Please pass the word. You know, you can have social media that provides advertisement for businesses, but my dad had a retail business in Pearl, and he always said word of mouth is the best way to pass it on. And so I just challenge everybody in this room to continue to do so, to lift this couple up and help grow their business within our city. And so we're very proud of what you do and the work product, and most of all, what you do for the kingdom. So thank you very much.
First and foremost, let me say that I am honored, first of all, to be a resident and citizen of the city of Pearl. I am honored of every individual that took time out of their day and week to be here today. As we've said before, I'm Brandon Odom. This is my gorgeous wife, Christelle. She loves the city of Pearl so much that she left the beautiful state of North Carolina 3 years ago. Yes, a little bit for me, but also she likes Pearl. So at any rate, a little bit of backstory before I say that. So there's really a handful of things that we are about as people and as a couple, and that is serving God, serving people, serving this community. We're passionate about coffee, we're passionate about food, and really the food that is a part of my wife's culture. We acquired this business from my pastor and his wife, and we are just, we kept the name 6 Day Grind because we are about what it stands for. We are servants of the Lord before anything and everything, especially anything to do with a business. But this business primarily is to glorify Him, to be a safe place for families and kids and students and whomever will and wants to desire to come in here, yes, for the product, but also for the atmosphere. 9 times out of 10, it very well may be me or my wife that serves you, that greets you any day that we're open. So we incorporated the Mexican Crave food for a lot of reasons, and I don't want there to be a misunderstanding that we're trying to be or attempting to be a Mexican restaurant. We're not. There's a lot of great Mexican restaurants in this city and surrounding cities. There's a lot of great coffee shops and coffee companies in this city and around this city. None of them are competition. They're all friends. We're all just business owners in a great city and great state, just trying to provide great people with good products. And so that's what we're about. And Mexican Crave food, a quick backstory on what that is. A lot of people, since we've had our kitchen going, they want to know, are we going to have rice? Are we going to have beans? Are we going to have salsa and chips? And they probably will remain no for a handful of reasons. One, we're not a restaurant. Two, Mexican Crave food is, in their language, called antojitos, which is just like finger foods or hand foods, which is why we have quesadillas, tacos, sopas, tostadas, and the food is amazing and incredible. So I just wanted to explain that because some people really don't, maybe not understand why is a coffee shop trying to incorporate Mexican Crave or Mexican themed food. And it's who we are. It's our culture. We love coffee, we love food, we love serving people. But that is really kind of the gist behind what is this thing going on at 6 Day Grind with this Mexican or Spanish themed food at a coffee shop. We're not only trying to be a coffee shop and we're not trying to be a restaurant. We are a small little cafe in this great city that you're going to have an experience and you're going to have food that you're probably not going to have anywhere else. So we took over the business with the realization that we are going to be unique, and it may cause some questions in people's mind, but if you decide to come here, you'll have those questions answered very quickly by the quality of the product. Sure, absolutely. Currently, our hours are Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., with hopes of extending hours possibly in the future sometime this year. All of our coffee, from the drip coffee to cold brew to our espresso based lattes or cappuccinos, it's all roasted right here in Mississippi by 2 different roasters, one in South Mississippi, one in North Mississippi. Great Christian companies, and we love them. And when you're supporting our business, likewise you're supporting their business and keeping those funds in the great state of Mississippi. We have a full menu of coffee. You can get anything from fresh roasted drip coffee. You can get a latte or a cappuccino any way you want it. Any of our long list of signature lattes are available completely sugar-free. We have just about every milk alternative that one would want in their cup of coffee. We have cold brew that's brewed once or twice a week here, fresh every week. We have retail bags of coffee that are available in 1-pound bags or 3-ounce bags, just as more of a sample. We keep some merchandise here. A lot of it will be Christian merchandise with a Christian message and or, of course, a message or logo of the business.
Do you offer like energy drink type drinks?
We do. So about 5 months ago, we incorporated kind of something new in the industry. It's energy drinks. They're not loaded teas. Those are good. They have their place. They're great. These energy drinks that we carry here, the base and the caffeine content that's in them comes from a green coffee bean before it's ever roasted and turns into a brown or black coffee as we know it. So it's pure 100% natural caffeine, plant-based energy. People are really enjoying them. They're really, really, really big in the northern part of the country, and they're slowly making their way down here. If you've ever heard of drinks by the name of Lotus Energy, that was the original company. We use a different product called Tiki Breeze, and they're newer, they're more clean, and most importantly, the reason we chose them over Lotus is because they are completely open and willing to tell you what's in their product, and other companies have been caught kind of withholding information or mislabeling, and we don't support that. And so we choose products that are clean and pure, and you know what you're getting.
And you have a draft.
We do, yeah, absolutely. So we pick up our limited supply. We're not a donut shop. We don't make pastries in-house. We make amazing food. But we pick up our supply every morning fresh from AHA Donuts, from Mr. Frank Pun and his amazing family and workers over there. So if you get pastries from here or have had them, they come from the amazing Mr. Frank.
And when it's cold outside, you'll have a drive-thru.
We do. So you can dine in, come in, enjoy the atmosphere. It's small, but it's secure and it's wonderful. And before this was a business, this was a church. So we do have a drive-thru. So if it's cold, like days on today, or if you're busy or in a rush, you can come through the drive-thru. You can order on our online app. You can find that on our Facebook page or our Google page listing, or you can always call in an order if you're in a hurry. That usually is very helpful.
And if you're not in a hurry, you can come in here and sit down and
Yes.
study. Or
of course. We have a lot of students. We have a plethora of pastors that come in here, and we are so very honored, so very honored. We have probably 8 or 9 pastors that we have formed a relationship with, including mine, that come in here, make this their study place, make this their place to get prepared for their sermons, and we are very honored by that. So yes, come in, join us, enjoy the coffee, enjoy the energy drinks, enjoy the amazing food. Even the food outside of the Mexican Crave is amazing. One of our most popular items is our loaded avocado toast. We sell a lot of those every day. People really, really rave about them, and we enjoy them ourselves. So you can't really go wrong with the full menu, from the pastries that we outsource from AHA Donuts all the way to the very authentic, very unique, handmade, hand-marinated, hand-prepared, made fresh to order Mexican Crave food that we prepare right here in the back.
I want to welcome you to the American Legion Post 112 in Pearl, Mississippi. My name is David Kerr. I'm a member of the Pearl Chamber Board and from the Mississippi Mud Monsters baseball team. We're so excited to have the American Legion right here in Pearl. I live in Pearl, super accessible, but I want to tell a little minor story, but I grew up in the American Legion. My grandfather is World War II veteran, and he was also a single man. So the American Legion's really dear to me because I grew up basically at the bar with a bunch of Legionnaires. So this is certainly my sort of place, and I'm just so excited to have you in my backyard. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask Ronnie Bennett to come up here and lead us in a word of prayer.
So I look forward to this day. I think, I was talking to Ronnie and Commander that we originally started this project several years ago, looking at different locations. They were in desperate need to get out of the location that they were in. I tried to convince them that Pearl was the place to be. Said y'all would double your crowd and you'd be a lot safer. And here we are today. They've doubled their crowd and they're a lot safer city. So we've accomplished goal, but mostly is to, this organization does so much, and it's an honor for me for 112 to be inside the city of Pearl. And I appreciate all the patriotism and what you do for the vets. It just goes without saying. So I, as the mayor of Pearl, I kept on I told some of my friends, I said, we might get American Legion here. We're really working hard on it, and there's more people that I think you'll see in the future come here. And that's one of the reasons today, too, as we move through this ribbon cutting and we're making much of this new business that comes into the city of Pearl. Our goal also is to provide exposure, to let more people know of the great things that's going on here. So it's been a journey. You guys were faithful. Y'all just continued and didn't quit to find this location. We tried to send numerous locations. So today is a great day, and we're glad that everything's going so well. And just want to reiterate, and I think our Alderman at Large, David Stovall, will say the same. If you guys need anything from the city, we're certainly a phone call away. If you got a sewer issue, you and I have already talked about that. We're some sewer improvements. We're gonna handle that. But again, thank you for everything, and thank you for relocating 112 to the city of Pearl.
And then next, the one thing that we say a lot, especially here in Pearl and Rankin County, is that we're all very intertwined and everyone works together. One of my favorite things operating a business right here in Pearl. So I want to introduce Melanie McMillan from the Rankin County Chamber to say a few words.
Thanks so much for having us here today. Again, I'm Melanie McMillan I serve on the board at the Rankin County Chamber. I'm also with Merit Health, so if you have healthcare needs, feel free to reach out. We're just so happy to have y'all in Pearl. I was listening to people in the back talk about stories from their childhood and growing up, and I think a lot of people in here have stories about how the American Legion has impacted their lives. I moved here 30 plus years ago with my husband, who is from here, and one of the first places that my in-laws took me was to the American Legion at your former location. So it's great to have you in Rankin County as a Rankin County resident. And the Rankin County Chamber is here to support you. We are thrilled that you're here. And if there's anything that we can do for you, we are here to do that. We have this little token that you can display to show that you are a member of the Rankin Chamber. And again, congratulations on your beautiful new space. Thank you.
Next, I want to allow the American Legion to come up to speak. Tell us, number one, what the Legion does, what the Legion is, but also about bingo and then other services you guys offer. So if you'd like to take over.
So again, I'm Randy Jordan, Commander. As Mr. Wyndham Mayor mentioned, this has been a process of us relocating, and it's been, I think, 2021 when me and Mr. Joe Laird first posted the property for sale. From there, our good friends Wyndham and Lacey, which Josh and his brother Ben and Tom, and from their information relayed, and I really don't think, of course, with your help and your input, we are here, and I don't want to leave God out of the picture, because that was a big and important part. Also praying for the direction and the people, through the people, with the help. We are here, and I hope the impression and everything that Pearl offers and in Rankin County, that we will be an asset, and we want to see what, instead of what the city can give us, what we can bring to the city. And if anybody has any questions to what we're all about, the American Legion, I'm gonna possibly, there's 2 or 3 elderly statesmen here. Before we moved, there was a lot of controversy that you didn't know about. And meeting after meeting, I heard it is not possible. You can't do this. We've been here 60 years, and one thing I do is keep an open mind. I listen, and then when I have faith and listen to others, and they say act, or my intuition says act on what the good graces of the people that we've been in contact to make this possible, and the chamber, and everyone involved. It really feels like home, you know, when a lot really thought it was skeptical. And I'm not from Pearl, I'm from Clinton. I am a, well, I went to high school and college in Clinton, and we were always real big competitors, rivals of Pearl. But now that I'm here, you know, and of course that was 30 years ago, but it's good, it's home. I reside in Rankin County with a lot of others, and I just hope we can grow. And I really feel like we're off on a good start to do that. Things have been, I couldn't say be better. It's more than we expected. And it's all been very good. I'm gonna pass this if y'all had any questions or things for our current state department commander. He's over the entire state. I'm just over this post. But I'm gonna let him give you a little input on what the Legion is actually about. And Mr. David Benson.
I'm not much of a speaker, so I don't know how short this is going to be. But the Legion is about veterans, their families, and children. We put a lot of money towards sponsoring those kids for college. We got Boys State, which is basically it's a week-long civics course, kind of run like boot camp. They do the American Legion Riders do a legacy run every year to get money put in a scholarship fund. They were doing it for the children of veterans killed in Afghanistan and Iraq. So they got so much money in there that they've started another account for, I can't remember what it is, something else. Do you remember?
It's plus veterans. Disability.
Oh, okay, yeah. Veterans with more than 50% disability.
And children.
In children. Children, I can't even think, we do so much, you can't keep them all straight in your head.
Baseball.
Oh, but yeah. Mark was here, then we'd be hearing about baseball. We've got a youth baseball, Little League, that we sponsor, and they hold a World Series in North Carolina. Yeah. And a lot of those kids go on to play college, and quite a few get picked for Major League. And I think that's about enough to sum up things.
Have all of you been in the military? I mean,
It's veterans are all military. It's only
so you're all veterans?
All veterans.
I was just trying to figure out.
Not the auxiliary is spouses or
support
children. One other thing. Man, I lost the train of thought. Something you've heard about all the time on the news, and the VA. The VA was started by the American Legion. We put the idea forward to get the VA started. And we've also, GI Bill. We're the ones that wrote up the GI Bill at first and gave the government to take over. So we've done a lot, and we're not sitting back. We're always out there looking for more to do. So if you need help, call us.
But when you say you're going to do for the community, give me an example. What do y'all like to do?
Oh, the Boys State, sending the kids for that class. we'll do improvement projects, maybe, you know, at the city sign, you want a flower bed or something, we'd be up for that. It's whatever we can do to help our community, because we are members of the community. We're not just somebody blowing through on a weekday.
Where are you from?
Originally,
Where's the accent from?
I was born in Michigan.
David, I thought I was going to put him in Ohio or Indiana.
I was raised in Illinois for the most part. My father was Army, so I spent a lot of time moving. And then I joined for 20 years and I spent a lot more time moving. Since I moved here 23 years ago, it's the longest I've spent anywhere in my life. And it looks like I'm stuck here.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm David Kerr with Mississippi Mud Monsters, Pearl Chamber Ambassador. We're here on Highway 80 at Pookie's Grill and Treats. We're super excited to have a ribbon cutting today. Jill and Mark are long friends of mine, and I've been eating their food out of their trucks and in their restaurant twice a week religiously forever. So we always start every one of these ribbon cuttings with a word of prayer, so I'm going to ask Corey to lead us in a word of prayer. Now, if you don't know Jill and Mark, this is their third ribbon cutting as they've grown this business. So, number one, I want to thank you guys for taking over a building so we could do this inside. That is much appreciated. But this will feel like old hat to you, but we want to get you guys a couple of gifts from the Pearl Chamber. First one's a clock, number one, so you can always be on time and know when to open up, but also so you can proudly display that you're a Pearl Chamber member. And then you guys know the drill. My favorite, the business card holder. That thing has grown over the years since you've been here.
It really has.
So I don't need to tell you guys that there's everything you need in there to call, including a guy who sells baseball tickets. So, and then I'm going to ask our Alderman at Large, David Stovall, to welcome you guys.
Yeah, Jill, Mark, David Stovall, Alderman at Large for the City of Pearl. Congratulations on another expansion of your business. We're excited and happy to celebrate businesses in Pearl and yours in particular today, and we're proud of that. So thank you so much for contributing to our city, and look forward to some more great meals here.
Yes,
thank you. Okay, we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. Tuesday through Friday, we do a blue plate from 11 to 2. We also do a soup, which is seasonal. It'll only be during the winter. We serve our Smack and Jacks menu all day, anytime that we're open. Obviously, we started next door with just snow cones and ice cream, and we have now advanced to a full food menu. So y'all stop by and see us.
Good morning. My name is Madeline Bozak. I'm an ambassador for the Pearl Chamber and also a co-owner of Boudreaux's. And we want to thank you guys for coming out this morning to Shelter Insurance for our ribbon cutting. Before we get started, we'd like Bradley Knight to lead us in a blessing. Mayor Jake Windham has a few words to say.
Yeah, congratulations, Jim, on your business. You know, all your years of coaching and working with people and the intangibles, improving kids, working with adults, all those things are going to translate into this. I know that you're going to do really well, and the broad network, the amount of people that you know. I just see you being highly successful. You're a motivated man. You got a lot of motivation behind you and determination. So I just think that the Lord's going to do a blessing here in this business. And you were just talking about it, which you like to hear. I said, well, this job's going to be more flexible than what your previous career. He said, yeah, but I got numbers to hit, and I'm going to be on the ground running. And you know, that's what people want to see from their insurance agent. Be the person that wants to meet them halfway and take care of business. So on behalf of the City of Pearl, we appreciate you investing in this city. If you need anything from us, you know, you certainly have my cell phone number, and I can put you in touch with somebody to help you if needed. So congratulations and thank you very much.
I'd like to
thank everyone for coming out. It's really important to me that you did that. I wasn't expecting this big a crowd, but it's, I certainly appreciate it. But yeah, my name is Jimbo Nowell. My wife and I, Linda, live in Pearl, and I took over this business a few months back, and it's, you know, everything. It's like drinking water through a fire hose a lot of times, because I really didn't have any insurance experience. I was a football coach and teacher for 33 years, and took over this business July 1, and it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made. The people in the community have been so supportive. Obviously, Shelter is a great company. I'm so proud to be a part of them. Our office hours are, well, first of all, we're Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, weekends by appointment if you need something. You know, we sell life, home, auto, you know, liability, commercial products, you name it. You know, the thing that I'm going to pride myself in with my customers is I'm going to always answer my phone. And my cell number's on my business card. A lot of agents say, man, are you sure you want to do that? You know, you're going to get bombarded. They're going to be calling you at night. They're going to be calling you, you know, on weekends or what have you. And I'm like, I know, that's what I want. That's what I signed on for. You know, when I was a football coach, it was 24/7, 365. So it's nothing new to me, but working around the clock, because, you know, I want to make sure I service my customers and take care of them to the best of my ability. But again, I certainly appreciate everyone coming out, and I look forward to being a part of the chamber and being a staple with this business in our community. So thank you very much.
And I believe.
Well, hi folks, and welcome into another edition of This Week in Pearl, and boy have I got one for you today. I'm going to have a special guest coming in by the name of one Honorable Gary Rhodes. Our own Senator Dean Kirby is going to bring him in, and we're going to talk to him kind of as his retirement going out and the experiences that he's had serving as a mayor for 36 years of Flowood, and also as a police chief and just growing up. So we're going to have a great time talking to him, so don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll sit down with Gary Rhodes and Dean Kirby. So we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Mayor Wyndham, and I'm thrilled to show you the city creating its own future. Pearl is located in Rankin County, the fastest growing county in Mississippi, and there's no question why. Access to great schools, even better shopping, and unbridled beauty make Pearl a town that truly embodies its name. And with a truly exceptional team of first responders, public safety is another key component of our success. With fantastic housing opportunities from quaint suburban neighborhoods to gorgeous lakefront properties, there's a place for you here in Pearl. You can't beat the location. Right outside of Pearl is the crossroads of the South, where Interstate 20 meets Interstate 55. From here you can travel anywhere within the state or the country. Or you can choose to stay right here in Pearl or experience the small town atmosphere, community pride, and heart of the local residents.
Welcome back into This Week in Pearl. Now I am excited to bring to you someone that I've been looking very forward to having on this show, and I want to thank our Senator Dean Kirby for bringing him in, which is the Honorable Mayor Gary Rhodes from Flowood. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I've been looking forward to this. I really have. When Dean told me that he was bringing you, I was excited. I'm like, awesome. Not only are you our sister city, but you were from Pearl.
Born and raised.
Born and raised right here.
Yes, sir.
And now you're retiring.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with that?
Well, it's always time for somebody to go home.
I know, right? So what's in store for retirement?
A lot of honeydews right now. I'm just going to actually wake up in the morning and not have any responsibility, I hope.
you gonna do with yourself? I mean,
Everybody asks that. I think I can find a lot to do.
We're
you
going
know.
fishing.
Yeah, me and Senator have in the past done a lot of fishing together, but we're getting ready to do a lot more. Bass fishing, that is.
Bass fishing.
Bass fishing.
Well, that sounds fun. Sounds like you're gonna have a good time.
We
well,
will.
thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk a little bit about you being from Pearl.
Okay.
You were born and raised right here. So tell everybody out there where you were born, and obviously you went to Pearl schools.
Yes, sir. Actually, I went to elementary right here in this building, but I was born and raised right on Pearson and Old Brandon Road there. That pale yellow house that sat there for years and years was my dad's house, and me and my 3 brothers were raised there, and all of my brothers except my baby brother, my other 2 older brothers, they went Pearl 1st through 12th grades here. So we've been here back in the Mr. Bright days, and when they built Oak Park and Pine Park, and all that came after Dad had built here. He came here after World War II when he got out of serving as Air Force pilot, bomber pilot, and he was stationed in Sicily, Italy, and flew bombing missions during World War II. And when the war was over, he had met my mom that was from Mount Olive. My dad was actually from Minot, North Dakota, and that's the reason we spell our names different than like Earl Dean Rhodes and all with the E. Yeah. And he chose to stay here, and he built that house back in the mid-40s and went to work for Knox Glass, which was in Flowood, and had us. And when I was born, I was able to walk to the 1st grade through the 6th grade here, and then my junior high years were up on Marianne Drive where they had Pearl Junior High. I think they called it McLaurin Junior High. It was kind of funny, but we rode our bikes up there, and then later in high school I was able to walk, because that's not but about, I don't know, 600 yards to my house from here. Yeah, and so we were at the school all the time growing up as kids, and enjoyed the wholesome, you know, the whole world was way different back then, but man, Pearl was one great place to grow up. It was actually a great place. You know, the lackeys, Mr. Ernest Lackey that lived on the corner, and Mr. Volunteer had the big 2-story White House there at Old Brandon and Pearson Road, and then you had Varner's Grocery. That was the grocery right there across from where the Holders lived, and we all lived right.
Shop now.
Yeah, it's a pawn shop now. It used to be a grocery. Yeah. And it was great. You know, everybody ran and raved and run the streets, but everybody. What was crazy back then is Mr. Lackey just as soon see me messing up, he would pull me to the side and tear my tail up, and give me a whipping. And then I prayed to him and begged him not to call and tell my daddy. He had to whip me. So things have changed a whole bunch since then, but it kept us all out of Parchman. So.
I think you were telling a story kind of off camera about you and Dan Wyndham.
Yes.
And riding from junior high on your bicycles. And
Jake's daddy, Jake went mayor of Pearl, which does really just a fantastic job Jake's done since he's been here as mayor, and he's a great guy. But me and his dad were close friends, Dan. And Dan grew up over on Country Club Road over here. Well, that wasn't no piece from Pearson Road. You know, we'd ride our bikes back and forth and all, and hang out, and Pig Boy on Country Club Road, and Larry Grant. And I mean, that's some of the guys that are 70, 80 years old now, but Dan was a real close friend. And when Jake became mayor, he would ask me sometimes stuff, and I always wanted to help Jake any way possible, because I knew his dad so well, and we were close friends, and Jake knew that. Right.
And then y'all decided to try to wound yourselves by seeing how fast you could ride downhill from the junior high.
Oh yeah, the thing is, from Marianne Drive to Pearson Road was a long ways coming home. So one of us would go down to the stop sign there at Pemberton and Old Brandon Road. And made sure, because you had to stop when you come off that big hill. So we'd get a good speed going and come down through there, and then they'd just be waving on. They didn't have to stop. So
Nobody pull out, please.
So once you had a good speed on that bicycle going, you could come coast almost down here behind McLaurin Martin, just keep coming. The grade kept falling, you know, and get to Patton Place and stuff. You could at least get to Patton Place.
Sure, before it flattens out.
That's right, before it flattened out. And but those were the fun days. Those were the fun days.
It does sound like it was.
It was. I mean,
the mayor was quite an athlete himself, and his two brothers were great athletes as well. But I coached Gary. I coached for several years, but the first year I coached, I was 20 years old. And I coached Mayor Rhodes.
Did you really?
Yes. And
baseball.
And we won it all too, didn't we?
Sure did.
And had fun doing it. He could throw the ball harder than anyone I ever coached. Unfortunately, he threw it at batters.
You just didn't know where it was going.
No control whatsoever.
We tried it in practice, and I think he hit 3 in a row. So finally, I thought, well, he'll be okay. Well, no. Put him in a game. I think he hit the first 3 batters, hit one of them in the head, I think.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Well, they were tough.
But he was a great
then.
athlete. I mean, he really was, not just in baseball.
That's
but all
fun.
sports.
Those are some fun stories.
Yeah. they were. The good thing the statute of limitations is out because Jean, Dean's late wife, was real good friends with me, and her were super close friends together because I guess we both pretty opinionated, and didn't mind telling you. And I bless her heart. She would tell me, Gary Rhodes, you need that ... and I'd say, oh, Gene, we'd get to arguing back and forth. For one,
they loved each other.
One very sweet woman, but she was a little older than Dean.
Yeah, she was 21. I was just 20 when I was.
They say y'all both married older.
Oh yeah, she was a few months older than me, so I married her, same class and all.
We were at practice one day, and he knew that you could almost see my house from the baseball fields here, where the library's at now. And I said, Dean, I need to run to the house and get a shot because since I've been 10, I've been a type 1 diabetic, so he was always kind of watching him and Larry Carr, and. They were kind of watching. Well, Jean had just got her SS Camaro, brand spanking new. And I said, can I?
Probably had 300 miles on it.
Yeah. I said, can I run to the house there? And so once I went to the house, I kind of went joyriding. And about, an hour and a half later, I came back. The statute of limitations.
He stole my car.
I just took his car riding, wind up going all up McLaurin Martin, riding around.
Wow.
And what was that, 13, 14?
You were 14.
14, okay. Well, I wasn't quite 15, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the.
And I got really worried about him. Not so much the car. I knew I was going to catch the devil if he had a wreck, but I was worried about him. And then he comes pulling in and smiling all over.
Of course.
Where have you been? Everywhere. He didn't
all
lie at all.
over.
He's always been honest. He told me exactly where he'd been and what he did.
Rode all over.
What year would that have been?
Let's
see, 1365.
I think it's 66, 65, 66.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, 66.
Who's counting?
60, maybe 67.
Nobody now, right? But just for our viewers.
But let me tell you, of course, I said, okay, well, you're going to run for that.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, really? I said, oh, yeah. And this big field out there. I said, you run till I tell you to stop.
Till
well,
you
he
get tired.
said, yes, sir. And he takes off running. Well, he runs and he runs and he runs. And I'm thinking, well, he's going to quit here in a minute, after he'd made that big lap 2 or 3 times. And anyway, I started thinking, well, he went home to get a shot because he's diabetic. I'm going to sit here and
I'm going to kill him.
I'm going to kill him. And so I said, that's enough. He said, okay, if you want me to run more, I will. It was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Can I use it again?
You're right. Can I take it now?
That's right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
That's pretty
and
funny.
He had a good group. That was a good group you played
Sure
with.
was.
And yeah, a lot of the guys that you would know, they've been Pearl policemen and everything
That's
else.
right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. There's, as a matter of fact, the All-Star team, Foster was on it too. So
That's
we
right.
had-
Jimmy Foster,
had
Lloyd
mayors,
Fairley.
Right.
mayors and preachers and everything else on
That's
that
right.
team. Good group.
But you had to, the name of our team was what was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
On our jersey it said Walgreens.
No, Wardlaws.
Wardlaw
drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pill
And
pushers. Isn't that what it had?
Yeah,
Pill
pill
pushers.
pushers. That's what they were. Hey, that's what they wanted. They paid for the jersey.
They paid for it and they
That's
wanted
what
it
they
over
wanted.
there, so Wardlaw's pill pushers.
That's
yeah,
right.
they were in McLaurin Bar. It's a good drugstore.
It was.
That's pretty funny, actually. Looking
Pill
back
pusher.
on it now.
Yep.
You know, you couldn't get away with that today.
No. There's a lot you can't get away with today.
We had so much fun, though.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Ted Giordano taught me into doing that. And,
Sure did.
And I'm so glad. I'm grateful that I did. It was a learning experience for me.
Sounds fun.
It made me decide I didn't want to be a coach.
Right, anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, but I did it several years after they were the boys club and all. It was fun. But yeah, he was fun to coach, and we became very close. And Art to this day, he's one of my very best friends, and I'm very
That's
glad
fantastic.
and appreciate him and all he's done, not just for Flowood, but for Rankin County and
As a
Pearl.
whole, sure.
He was, I pulled him over one time. He was a policeman. He just became a
Well,
policeman.
I was just fixing to ask, how did you become in law enforcement? How did that happen?
Well, it's a long story, but when me and my wife got married, of course, she was the Baptist preacher's daughter at Flowood. And Brother Marcus, my father-in-law back then, heck, he was there for like 25, 26 years. Most of the people that went to Flowood Baptist were from Pearl. Because Flowood didn't have that many people, but a lot of them came from Pearl. And I wound up meeting her, but how I became a policeman, I was actually, when I got through playing ball at Hines, I played football at Hines with Jimmy Foster, and actually me and Jimmy met each other probably in the 7th grade, and we wind up, we played ball together in 7th and through junior high, and then we played high school ball together, and then we wind up graduating together, and we wind up going to Hines, and we were roommates on the football team out there, and we played 2 years out there, and then about a year after that, we wind up joining the police department within a month, Pearl Police Department, within a month of each other.
Wow.
And just, we've been friends for life, and but how I became a policeman was I was working for a company down in Patterson, Mississippi in Claiborne County. And I didn't know that, they had a real good story. I met their son, and they had a real good story about, they had this farm in operation and in this wood business and everything. Well, I had no idea I was going to a pulpwood yard. But it was down in Patterson, Mississippi. We were down there, and I was, unloading pulpwood trucks, and of course I just came out of football. I was pretty strong and still healthy
In
and
shape.
everything. Yeah, my wife, she wound up getting a job in Minnie Bell Funeral Home in Port Gibson, Mississippi, driving caskets back and forth and bodies to Vicksburg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we was entrepreneurs, no doubt. We came up here one Sunday to listen to her daddy and visit, and listen to the sermon and everything. After lunch that day, we went over to the DeVille movie theater, and Don Bailey, which is a Pearl, grew up here and everything. Don and Nancy Bailey were there at the DeVille Cinema and at a movie. So we watched a movie that afternoon when we were walking out. And he said, Gary, what are you doing? And I told him where we was at, and we had a little place down there and everything. He said, well, I joined the police department. And I said, what? He said, yeah, I joined the police department. And I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, what'd you do that for? He said, well, it's hometown. They're looking for hometown boys and everything. I said, what do they pay? He said, they start you off at $550 a month. I said, you kidding me? He said, yeah, you need to come up and put your thing in. I said, man, I ain't making $500 a month in a wood yard, and I'm talking about working.
Right.
and you don't make that riding around in an air-conditioned car. So I came up,
No-brainer.
interviewed with Eugene Adcock and Toby Woods, and they hired me, and wound up, I wasn't 21 yet. I wasn't going to be 21 till 74, and June of 74, and they hired me in March. So I wound up going to the Highway Patrol Academy, or the training academy out here at Whitfield, for like, I think it was 8 weeks in, maybe 6 weeks, but stayed out there all the time except they let you go on Saturday afternoon, had to be back Sunday afternoon. And I wound up going and joined the Pearl Police Department in March of 1974, and was really enjoyed the career here. I stayed as a patrol officer. I stayed on the midnight shift when I first started because I figured if I'm, all the brass is gone, I can keep everything. But Pearl was really different back then.